Right, thank you, and thank you for having me. EEPC India, which is formerly the Engineering Export Promotion Council, works in the engineering space and is I think, the second export promotion council that was set up by the central government, which is the government of India, way back in 1955. At a time when India was on the threshold of going into an import substitution policy, and since our main focus then was exports, we used to export 10 million US dollar, mostly to the Indian subcontinent, and our exports to the West about 10%. Since then, in 2023, we've traversed a long way, and in engineering, we are the largest commodity export in the overall export of India, accounting for about 25%. And engineering covers a wide spectrum of industry, from the basic raw material, which is iron and steel, things like pig iron, billets, semis, ingots. From there to high-tech machinery, and even what is increasingly coming into focus are defense products, aerospace. And today we export about nearly 110 US dollar billion, comprising of 3,600 products, and of which about 40% goes to the West, which is Europe and North America. And of course, there are various challenges, and that is the reason why it's very important that we look at the technology space also, because technology intensity is what driving products and lowering costs. So, as you mentioned, that about 60% of our members belong to the SME sector. That is where technology upgradation is important. That is why EEPC has been, with the help of the Government of India, focusing on technology.
Good question. Thank you very much. Let me start by saying that EBTC's European Business and Technologies mandate is to invigorate, to increase economic activity within the Europe-India business corridor. Yeah? And that requires exactly what we're doing today, sitting with EEPC and discussing how can we support EEPC members in being attractive to European partners, and vice versa. So we have a big job in creating awareness in Europe about India, the opportunities, but also the challenges, and also pointing in the right direction of who could be good partners. And this, yes, in today's world, it's more and more about technology. It's very encouraging for us as the European Business and Technology Center to hear that you, as EEPC, also have a focus on technology. And I think that is also a link in the Europe-India corridor that is super important to focus on, to make the link and the collaboration happen. Yeah? So whether it's export from India to Europe, or European investment to India, or other collaborations at a technology level and a business level, I think technology will be of which our activities going forward will for sure look at. Yeah? So we need to spend a lot of time upgrading our manufacturing systems, manufacturing processes on both sides. Europeans need to understand how things work in India. India needs to understand how things work in Europe. So that's our job, to handhold on both sides and make it happen. So dovetailing what is being done at government level. G2G says Europe and India wish to engage in deeper partnership. So levels of sustainability, clean energy, urban mobility, water, but so many other things that are also in the sectors of where your members are, and that's what we have to focus on.
Yes, and the reason is in our genesis of our own engineering. When we in India, and if you talk to our members also, they talk about engineering, the first thing that comes to our mind and their minds is German engineering. If you look at our trade exhibitions that we participate in, most of it is to Germany. And sometimes when we go and give our proposals to the government, we are told to sort of diversify from Germany. You're doing too many shows in Germany. But the rationale behind that is, best of engineering is there. Even the Chinese come there in a big way. So you see a lot of technology development there. And given that sense, it is also very important that while we go global, we also look local. And that is where, what best to have European technology with us is where, and someone who can guide us, can advise us, work with us together. And we've been working with EBTC for some time, but we thought it's better to sort of formalize it. As I was telling Paul a little while ago, I haven't signed such a long MOU in my life. So, it says that it's by way of Europe-India MSME Internationalization Support Program, which is what is the core of our Export Promotion Council. It is no longer an Export Promotion Council. I told you the export side. We import about 10 billions more than what we export. So we have a balance of trade deficit. Our hope is that with your help, we would be able to sort of, the target for us that has been laid down by the Government of India, Department of Commerce, 300 billion of engineering exports by 2030. So we have 7 years to jump from 110 to 300 billion. The only key to that is technology, and it has to be hardcore manufacturing technology. And you need people on the ground as well. That's why this, when you people agreed to sort of have this kind of an MOU, and we thought, what else can we do? And give this as a platform to our members.
Yeah, I can only concur with Ranjan's comments. Yeah, it's really all about being there to support economic collaboration, whether it's at business level or technology level. And I was also saying earlier that I myself, having been in India for a long time, I'm a large promoter of India. I like to spend time discussing and talking with managers and companies in Europe and saying, hey, look, come to India. India, yes, it's a big market, but it's so much more than that. Why? When we look at partnerships, also at technology level, why don't we create something together? So Europeans and Indians, and you might have a product that's more attractive to an Indian market than you would be able to create on your own in Europe. Some of the 300 billion exports obviously will not all go to Europe, but if we co-create European and Indians in India, there would be a potential for some of that export developed together to go global. Yeah, so I think that's something we should consider. And I agree with you. It's not all ChatGPT. Yeah, we really have to roll up our sleeves and get our fingers a bit dirty and get this off the ground.
So thank you so much. Wishing that we reach 300 billion by 2030.
Thank you very much, and we hope. I'm sure we'll do it.
I'm sure so too.